Hello? All right, shall we go ahead and get started? Ann? All right, well, first of all, thank you, everybody. Want to make sure you're in the right session. This is the Beat the Windows 10 Deployment Clock. I appreciate everybody coming out this morning to join us, especially those of you that were at our customer appreciation party last evening. I think next year we'll have to work on our scheduling a little better so we don't have our breakout session the following morning. But first of all, I'm Jim Souders from Adaptiva, the CEO, and I appreciate everybody joining us. I'll be joined today by our founder and CTO, Deepak Kumar, as well as Dan Richings, our Vice President of Support and Solutions. We also are thrilled to have with us a customer and partner panel with friends of ours from Walmart, Bridgstone, Abbott, SunTrust, and Windows management experts to share with us some of their experiences, challenges, and tips in deploying Windows 10. Just a little bit about Adaptiva, for those of you that may not be familiar with us. Our mission is to simplify complex endpoint management and security. We do that by utilizing our peer-to-peer platform and providing solutions on top of that that include content distribution, endpoint security and health, Wake on LAN capability, and a program for helping you automate and simplify the deployment of Windows 10. How many of you in this room use Microsoft System Center? Very good. Okay, well, we extend the capabilities of System Center utilizing our platform, help our customers save money, automate capabilities utilizing SCCM. We are very fortunate to have some wonderful customers that have deployed our product and those different solutions that I described around the world. As you can see, it's across a lot of different verticals, a lot of different theaters around the world. Common denominator amongst those customers is that they usually are large in terms of the number of endpoints, thousands, tens of thousands, in the case of some of them, hundreds of thousands in lots of geos, varying network capabilities. And we're fortunate to have a handful of those here with us today to talk about some of those challenges. So today's topic, beat the Windows 10 deployment clock. Or more specifically, let's talk about today's date. What is it, September 27th, 2018? I think that leaves us about 474 days to get to Windows 10. How's everybody feeling about that? Yeah, pretty excited? Okay, well, hopefully today we'll be able to show you ways that you can make that a little bit easier. And the good news is, you know, you're not alone. We just released our latest survey around endpoint enterprise health and security, and the findings were quite interesting. We've done this survey for, I think, 3 years now, and this is the first time that over half of the respondents has said that they've deployed over half of their enterprise to Windows 10. 57% said over half their computers are on Windows 10. The bad news is 43% aren't. And also 65% of those enterprises describe the Windows 10 migration process as somewhat to extremely challenging. I'm thinking that a lot of you would agree with that. So hopefully today, based on what we're able to demonstrate and talk to you about and what you'll hear from our customers, we'll be able to help you achieve what we like to call stress-free OSD. So in today's agenda, a couple of things we're going to do. First of all, well, I shouldn't say first of all, from a demonstration standpoint, we're going to show you building 100 Windows 10 devices machines in under 1 hour. And we'll do that live. Deepak and Dan will provide that with you. We'll also show you some additional demos that will show you how to protect your network and reduce the amount of infrastructure required. We'll also show you elements of our Windows 10 Accelerator program that are community tools and tips that will help you accelerate your Windows 10 deployment. And then we'll show you ways to automate that process so you can eliminate the amount of resources and effort required with that. But first of all, let's hear from the folks who are actually doing that today. overcoming these Windows 10 and software distribution challenges. Gentlemen, would you like to join me up here? Well, I should say, will you? I know some of you guys are pretty excited about this. Thank you. So rather than me introduce each and every one of you, could you guys each introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about your company and what your role is?
Good morning. My name is Daryl Scherer. I'm with SunTrust. I am the Enterprise Tool Manager. I handle all the SCCM deployment to all the endpoint Windows devices. SunTrust has actually been around since 1891. We have over 40,000 endpoint Windows devices today. We service over, I believe it's around 1,800 branches, plus we have over 2,200 ATMs, and that's our Windows deployment.
Good morning. David Fry with Windows Management Experts. We are a systems integrator, Microsoft platform, cloud services, pretty much everything Microsoft, and we also have a managed service provider wing that provides services all the way from small business up through enterprise and tens of thousands of endpoints, Office 365, endpoint management, systems management, OS deployment, and so on.
I'm Brad Pontius. I'm the client delivery manager at Bridgestone. My team's responsible for SCCM and our Citrix infrastructure. So we really own the client operating system from end to end. We support roughly about 15,000 endpoints, and we have about 1,000 machines in a VDI deployment.
Morning, my name is John Finn. I'm with Walmart. Our team controls all the SCCM infrastructure. We see about 400,000 clients globally between stores, distribution centers, home office locations.
David Baker, desktop engineering architect / senior SCCM engineer. Work for Abbott, actually a division of Abbott, Abbott Rapid Diagnostics. We have roughly about 12,000 clients. For people that don't know about Abbott, we're in the healthcare vertical, diagnostics, testing, nutrition.
Thank you. Okay, so the first question we have is, what method of Windows 10 deployment are you using, and what are some of the challenges you've faced deploying software like Windows 10 at your organization? David Fry, could you talk to that?
Sure. Well, we specialize in configuration manager primarily, and of course, with our partnership with Adaptiva, we do leverage one site in multiple occasions and whenever we can. As far as challenges, Jim, you and I were just talking about the challenges with an OS deployment project, not only invasive but whatnot, but some of the challenges aren't always technical. We're dealing with business constraints or even changing perceptions of, everybody remembers what a nightmare it was to go from XP to Windows 7 or Windows 8, and dealing with customers and trying to help them understand the new Windows as a service model can be challenging. And then another challenge can be not taking enough effort to look into application compatibility and legacy device compatibility and things like that.
John, do you have any thing you could share on that?
With us, one of our largest problems we have is getting content out to places for imaging because of the network constraints out there. A lot of places can't handle a big push of content, and it can take a while. So using Adaptiva, we're able to pre-stage content locally at these places, and they're able to image within the 2.5 hour time frame. Without that, we would be sending content to them with over bits at 5 kilobits, and it would take days, weeks, months sometimes to get content there. And using Adaptiva, we were able to overcome a lot of that problem. Just by having content locally, they can image, and it just works.
Anybody else have anything you want to say about that? It wasn't yours, right? Okay, Daryl, we'll get you with the next one then. Have you faced any network impact issues deploying large software packages at your enterprise? And if so, how have you tackled those issues? Daryl?
Back when we had to go from XP to Windows 7, we had some challenges in regards to the flood across the network. MPLS was not throttling correctly. We work with Adaptiva. We actually now have the throttling mechanism within Adaptiva to actually throttle all the bandwidth across. So any content that's being pushed for regular package deployment, if somebody needs a piece of software on their computer, it's throttled within the mechanism. So we don't have those challenges. That has actually saved us tons of labor hours where we don't have to go and research why it happened, what's actually going on from that aspect. We also, I mentioned that we have 2,200 ATMs, and those ATMs, we have to make sure that we're getting the content out there in a reasonable period of time for the deployments. They have a very tight schedule, and that using the Adaptiva agents, we're able to do preferred Windows systems and send that content pre-staging, like John was mentioning, out to the environment in advance and reducing any throttling network.
David Baker, could you illuminate on that?
Sure, no problem. So I'm sure all of you guys patch, right? And Microsoft has done a fantastic methodology for patching with cumulative updates. Previously, as you guys know, multiple updates come through, 100 megs, 50 megs, whatever. Now we're into this cumulative update cycle of anywhere from 800 megs to, in my case, my O365 package is about 4.5 gigs. In a traditional distribution point method, with the amount of sites that I have, first off, I have roughly about well over 100 around the world, just for my diagnostics division. We have high latency, India, China, things like that. In a traditional site, traditional SCCM architecture, you leverage bits. 4.5 gigs on bits to a distribution point is going to be astronomical. Adaptiva, on the other hand, I have 2 distribution points globally. That's it for 100 sites. I can go and deploy my driver up or my update packages relatively quickly, just through a standard distribution point or distribution rather, and the Adaptiva basically takes care of the rest. I don't need to go and leverage or rate limiting inside the distribution points. And my overall compliance has gone from roughly about 80% to 95% in my environment, thanks to Adaptiva.
Thank you. So all of you have deployed a peer-to-peer solution. So it'd be interesting to share with the audience what are some of the benefits that you've derived from that, and also what are some of the infrastructure reductions that you've seen by being able to utilize peer-to-peer. Brad?
Yeah, so before we deployed Adaptiva, I think we had a little north of 70 distribution points. And it was by far and away the largest pain point that we had, because I couldn't tell you how many times that we'd deploy something and we'd find out that an office wasn't getting it because there was a mismatch in the versions. We'd have to version the package or completely remove it from the DP, or worst case, or a couple times where we had to ship hard drives out to rebuild the DP remotely. So I'm happy, and now it's much more of a kind of fire and forget, and our speed to delivery is much better now.
How about you, John?
For us, we're going into SCCM 2012, we were looking at doing about 10 to 15,000 DPs if we didn't have Adaptiva, in order to accommodate all the stores, distribution centers, everything globally, just to get content where it needed to be. Provide for Pixie and things like that. With Adaptiva, I've got 60 servers sitting in Bentonville to handle all the infrastructure for 400,000 clients, which is a phenomenal reduction. We run 2 DPs on each primary, which is probably more than I need to have, but it gives me a little bit of redundancy. And again, it just provides the content as an initial location, and it all goes out like it's supposed to.
And Daryl is one of our first one-site customers.
Yeah, so we started, we had over 1,800 distribution points when we originally started. We're down to 8. And actually we only have the 8 for the flexibility for the ATMs. We also have a technical distribution point where they make all the images. That's really where we have the content management, but otherwise We have a very small infrastructure. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. So obviously your goal in your daily operations and in deploying solutions like this is the success rate of software delivery. Can you speak to some of the improvements you've seen in software delivery success rates? Brad?
Sure. So in a similar vein to the distribution points, there's less manual effort to get our deployments to be successful. So we're not chasing down version differences on the distribution points. We can pre-stage content where we need to on the sites that are high latency that they can't handle that over the network. And really being able to look at live content flow in the Adaptiva console to see where it's being requested and where the heavy hitters are.
So reducing infrastructure, not impacting the network are all things that you've strived to accomplish, but ultimately you guys have work that you have to get done and resources you have to allocate to do that. What type of improvements in efficiency and reduction in administrative effort and cost have you experienced in the solutions that you've deployed? David?
Sure, no problem. As I mentioned before earlier, we have well over 100 sites. Almost all of our sites are Pixie enabled. And when you factor in those costs, less the new announcement for 1806, or rather 1806 just came out around a month or two ago. We have a site that has 15 endpoints. We've got it enabled for Pixie. So you can imagine the scale of that when you start adding in WDS, adding in a distribution point locally. Our cost savings in itself, Adaptiva has paid for itself well over time and time again yearly. You figure chargeback model, you may pay $2,000 to $3,000 per year between maintenance, storage, compute on a distribution point locally. Obviously, you're not going to host that in a data center. Where here we can leverage the pre-existing PCs that are on that network and leverage the overall storage blob amongst those PCs that's created thanks to Adaptiva. So the cost savings has been huge, and the administrative effort, having one singular or two Adaptiva servers and two DPs when an issue does arrive, contacting the support staff over at Adaptiva, fantastic, get back to me in an hour, we get the logs then and there. I don't have to go and search through 100 different DPs or content distribution logs or things of that nature. We can get our issues resolved very quickly.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. I appreciate you coming up here and sharing your insights with us. We're going to move on to the next session here, which is the demonstrations, but these gentlemen are here if you guys want to ask them more questions. Hopefully they'll be gracious enough to meet with you afterwards or talk to you after the session and share some of the tips and tools and tricks that they're using to accomplish Windows 10 deployment. Thank you, everybody. All right, gentlemen, let the fun begin.
Thank you. We won't need that one.
Take it back from you.
Hey guys, so are you ready to go? My name is Deepak. I'm the founder and CTO, and I lead product design at Adaptiva. Before this, I worked at Microsoft for several years. I was one of the designers of SCCM. We're going to show you the wall of fire. I prefer to call it wall of fireworks. How many people were at the Adaptiva party last night? So, note to myself, don't smoke Havana cigars the night before. I blame some of you. Second note, it doesn't wash down with Cuban rum. I've asked the tech to up the bass. I am a man, and this is not my normal voice. Dan, introduction.
Yeah. So my name's Dan Richings. I'm the Vice President of Support and Solutions at Adaptiva. Joined Adaptiva just over 3 years ago. Before that, I did config manager, automation for a number of large companies, mainly in the construction, design engineering, consulting engineering space.
So the Windows clock is ticking again. How many of you have been there before? Are you shy about saying that? So, you know, this time is different. They're promising us this is the last one. We'll talk about that. It's different because Windows is bigger, much bigger. It's everywhere. It's running your ATMs, it's running your trader desktops. It's mission critical. And you've never been under attack the way you are now. So, you know, where is this Windows clock ticking? It's not ticking in Redmond. It's ticking in North Korea and China. Don't wait for the Microsoft clock to run out. You have another clock, and that's what makes it different. This needs to get done at speed, at scale, everywhere, now. That's the reality of where we are. So the question is how? So we're gonna start this wall of fireworks. We'll show you some magic, we'll show you some pyro. My fellow arsonist will do that. You know, in 2004, Microsoft did a very iconic demo, which was called the Wall of Fire. They had a wall with 100 monitors. They upgraded those 100 machines simultaneously in front of the audience from Windows 2000 to XP using SMS 2003. We're going to do something a little bit different. You know, since then, the dashboard has got invented. So you're going to use a dashboard. There's no 100 monitors here. We'll do it differently because there will be 20 machines at 5 locations each across the WAN. We are going to do bare metal, 1803. We are going to do it without using any network bandwidth or storage. In fact, without any infrastructure at all. And while it's building, we'll show you the underlying technologies so that you can do the same in your environment. So with that, I hand it to Dan to turn on the wall of fireworks.
So just before I kick this off, I'll just explain the dashboard that we've got on the screen at the moment. Left-hand side of the screen, we're going to have a pie chart. It's empty at the moment. That pie chart's going to update almost in real time. I'm going to decrease this timer to 5 seconds. We're going to kick off a Pixie Boot bare metal build of 100 machines, and as soon as they Pixie boot, so while they're still loading the boot image, that status pie chart's going to fill up with blue, waiting to start. They're going to boot up into PE. It's a mandatory task sequence, so we're going to have the 3-minute countdown mandatory task sequence execution warning. After that, the task sequence will start. The in-progress bar in the middle should increase, and then once they complete, this complete progress bar should start turning green. Total number of devices will be the total number of machines that have checked in. So with that, let me kick these off. So I'll just move these out of the way. Okay. So we're going to talk about a bit of automation and orchestration in a little bit. But for now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to kick off a workflow that's going to power on these VMs. It's going to spawn 5 different threads and wake up the 20 machines across 5 different locations. So I'm going to launch that. And then the machine should start powering up, which we can have a look at in here. Okay, so We've got this machine that's powering up here. We've got this one that's powering up. This one's powering up. This one's powering up. Just move this over a little bit. Okay, so we can see that they're all starting to download the boot image. What you'll notice is the source machine that they're getting this boot image from is different. They're completely different subnets. And if we have a look in Config Manager, you'll see that we've got only one distribution point, and Pixie is actually turned off. So we're not using any infrastructure to Pixie boot these machines. If we bring back the dashboard, we can see that we've had 100 machines check in, waiting to start, and then we've got that 3-minute countdown that I mentioned. So I'm going to leave this going, and we'll probably pop back to this in a little bit. But I'm going to hand back to Deepak, who's going to show some of the underlying technologies that facilitates this.
Thanks.
Oh, sorry.
So, getting down into the specifics, what are the problems, right? So the first is Pixie. Delivering Pixie is very problematic. You need the protocol itself delivered. And then in the current implementations, the machine delivering that protocol needs to be a server. It needs to also have the boot image and WDS running. So we designed peer-to-peer Pixie. And the customer that comes to mind is a big, very famous bank with 300,000 machines, 10,000 locations. They had a 3-year project. They were in 100 countries, dozens of different languages. How do you do that? How do you manage these teams in Brazil and Argentina, Portuguese? I can't speak 10 words of Portuguese. I've got customers in Brazil. How do you do that? 3-year project, a lot of red tape, a lot of cost, and a lot of delay. There's no speed, there's no scale here. So what we did was, we designed peer-to-peer Pixie. It's very straightforward. We can and did turn on Pixie services without any servers, less than 5 minutes. In fact, I'll turn it on right now. I check this one box, and I make a second click. Now watch what happens to these red check boxes. So done. Now we are globally enabled for Pixie. So, back in the old days, 20 years ago, I was managing the relationship between Windows, the Microsoft networking team, and Intel. And that was the time frame when Pixie got designed. And you guys have experienced this. Pixie is very flawed. It's not a routable protocol. It's very problematic. So the correct solution is to have something on every subnet without needing IP helpers, DHCP scope options. The protocol itself is just a few packets, and my cell phone can deliver Pixie. So that's what we've enabled. So that was the first thing. The second challenge is not only in delivering the OS image and boot image, but these things get updated. If you have thousands of locations, and some of our panel had, how do you keep them updated everywhere? You put a new patch in the image, you put a new driver in some location has this, It requires superhuman effort. So what we have done is, we have provided pre-staging capability, but it's very different kind of pre-staging in the sense. So this is a pre-staging policy. What you do is, You drag and drop your task sequence. All the reference content is right there in the XML. We'll pre-stage all of that. But you have this one box checked, auto-push content changes. So what we do is, we start monitoring all the SCCM content. And the moment anything changes, we automatically calculate a delta, push it out everywhere where the original deployment was pushed out to. So some of these things you can do yourself in PowerShell and various other automation things. But we have it built in. So you never have to go back to our product again. You update, or your different teams can update their content. It gets automatically updated everywhere. So this is the second thing that allows you to do OSD at speed and scale. I want to show you some of the underlying technologies that allow you to do some of the things that some very successful environments have been doing in partnership with us. So one of those things is our bandwidth harvesting technology, which was the original thing that got us all this attention. So bandwidth, the problem is you don't have one network. Somewhere you'll have MPLS, lots of bandwidth, and somewhere you'll have just a little bit of bandwidth. Bridgestone is building machines in Liberia. That whole country, if as a country they could get a Comcast connection, they could quadruple their nation's overall connection to the internet. They don't do that. So how do you do OSD? Essentially over barbed wire fences, I think it feels like. So this is the protocol we have. What it does is it measures in real time how much bandwidth is not being used. And depending on whether the network is fully using its available bandwidth or not, we will send each packet of data. So what you're seeing here is two different machines on the bottom. The left one is the sender, the right one is the receiver. And then two separate machines. I'm going to use these two machines to generate traffic. So right now you can see this is an actual physical T1 link running on Cisco 1700 series routers in our data center. You can see we are harvesting almost 100% of the theoretical limit of 180 kbps. So when I go in and generate some actual traffic, watch what happens to the green bar when I do that. Just drop down. Almost nothing. You're still sending a little bit, one packet now and then, because Explorer is accessing the disk. And there's that millisecond where we can send stuff. So we send a little bit of data. Watch what happens when the copy operation finishes. Again, full harvest. So you're going to need something like this on your networks. Now, once you have this, you can now put a freight train on your WAN and forget about it. Speed and scale, you can do it day and night. You don't have to stay up at night if you're sending images to China. You can do this any time of the day and night and get full service. The last infrastructure demo I have is storage. So if you have these, like my friend from Walmart, 11,000 stores, 11,000 locations. Some of these locations, they don't have server rooms. You really can't. I mean, it's physically impossible to put a server in that. They were talking about buying 15,000 servers. You wouldn't have to build 15,000 server rooms. You can't have. And then is Dell going to go or HP going to go field service those? And how much is that going to cost? So you need storage. You have a lot of storage. It's on the endpoint devices. So what we do is, this demo setup. We developed a file system which stores content in unallocated disk space. So on the top here, you'll see a tool. It's a free open source tool. You can find it on the internet. space sniffer. It's very handy. What it's doing is it's showing you what's on your disk and where and how big is it. So you can see the biggest block here is free space, 21.7 gigs. Biggest file is in the temp folder, it's right here, 3.1 gigs, right? So you can see what's going on, right? So the problem with peer-to-peer caching is, how much space should I take from everyone's machine? And how much is enough? I could take 20 gigs, but then I'm limited to 20 gigs of content. Most enterprises have 2 to 3 terabytes of software. So how much is enough? Should I take 200 gigs and have the user screaming because I've taken 200 out of the 256 they had? So what we have done is, this is a file system which stores its data in unallocated clusters. So I can harvest all available data on everyone's machine without their losing it. So let me show you. So I'm going to copy this 3 gig file to the C drive and watch this box with 21.7 gig free space. So immediately falls down by 3. I'm going to cancel it. So this is what you would normally expect, right? I'm copying a 3 gig file. Free space will decline by 3 gigs. Expectations are met. Let me show you what happens when I do it differently. So this time I'm going to copy this file into the cache folder, the Adaptiva cache folder, which is where the file system is mounted. And copy and paste. The second copy has shown up. Still 21.7 gigs of free space. So where did the file go? It's right here. You can open it, you can read it, you can write it. It's not consuming disk space because it's sitting in unallocated clusters. Windows sees it, but it sees it as a deleted file. So the advantage is, if everyone in this room, 500 people, if you all had 200 gigs of free space, I would harvest all of it, combine it into virtual SAN, infinite storage. Your entire corporate library would fit in this location 10 times over. So once a piece of content gets to a branch office, it's not going anywhere. It's always available. So that was my last infrastructure demo. Now, talking a little bit about automation. And I was talking about, the promise that this is your last Windows clock. Yes and no. It's every 6 months you have to service it. Windows is a service, right? You're the guy providing the service. They're providing software. What are you going to do? So you need speed and you need scale. And you need repeatable success. Humans are not good at this. We are slow. We are error prone. We have good days. We have bad days. You can't say, there's a line of, it's Friday evening, there's a line of people in front of the ATM machine. If this thing ain't spitting out money, they're gone. You can't say, oh, my developer was having a bad day. It doesn't work. So what do? Automation. This is why we need automation. Speed, scale, repeatable success. What's the problem? Why don't we do it? Somebody's got to write the code. Now, quite often, most of you in this room know the logic. You know the logic in your head. This needs to happen, this needs to happen. If this is true, this happens. If this is not true, this happens. But you can't express this logic. You don't have the skill and the mental alignment to express this logic in the syntactical rules that a programming language imposes. You have a guy who can do that. He doesn't get the logic. We're going to show you not only automation, but we have even automated your automation in 5 different ways. So Dan's going to show you some automation that you can do without having to write code. You can express logic without having to write code. So again, Dan, back to you.
Thank you. So just before we do that, let's check back in on the progress of the build, see how we're getting on. Okay, so we're now at 100% in progress. We've been going for 15 minutes. So normally this build takes around 27 minutes. So we've got a little bit of time left before we can check back in again, but we'll come back to this in a few minutes. So for automation and orchestration as well, what we've got is we've got a very, very powerful workflow designer. That's what we've got on the screen at the moment. We can create workflows that execute on endpoints, client devices, on servers, on the central server. And these workflows can be used to perform all sorts of tasks. So we've got an activity library that is over 180 different activities that can do almost anything you can think of. Working with the file system, registry, SQL, Windows services, Windows processes, but without writing any code, so just drag and drop. So just to give you an example of this, I'm just going to create a new workflow. And this workflow is going to address quite a popular use case. So all we want this workflow to do is very simple. We just want to log a support ticket with ServiceNow. So all I'm doing is searching the workflow library and dragging across a few activities. So I'm searching for ServiceNow. We're obtaining a ServiceNow user. We're obtaining a ServiceNow user group. And then we want to apply some conditional logic. So we're going to add an if statement and say, if we were able to create the user and the group successfully at that point, or not create them, sorry, if we were able to retrieve the user and the group successfully, at that point, we want to log the ServiceNow ticket. Okay, so just to zoom in on this a little bit. So quite a simple workflow, only a few steps involved. After we've dragged them onto the canvas, obviously we need to populate the properties of these. So we'd go through, and on the right-hand side here, we've got some properties that we'd fill in. The ServiceNow instance, username, password, etc. So I've got one that I created earlier that has all of these pre-populated, and it looks pretty much identical, which is this one here. And we've got, as Deepak said, 5 different ways that we can execute these workflows. The first execution method is quite simply directly on or from the Workflow Explorer itself. And if I launch this workflow, I get prompted for 3 properties. Now, before I fill those in, let me just minimize this and bring up my ServiceNow account. Just log into here. And if I do a refresh on that, I'll have a look in all my open instance. I don't have any. So if we go back, fill this in, my username, Dan, ticket title, let's say password reset, and ticket body, I need my password reset. Click OK. Minimize again. Refresh my instance, and we've got a new instance logged. Okay, I need my password reset. Now that's great that we can run it on the server, but maybe a more appropriate use case would be to run this from another device or incorporate it into an existing process. So we've got our workflow. We haven't written any code. We've just added a few fields, filled in a few properties, and now what we can do is we can actually turn this workflow into a standalone executable. So part of the product, we've got Tool Foundry, and in the Tool Foundry, we can create a custom tool. We give it a name, so this could be log ticket. Tool location, where do we want to output the tool to? Let's put it in C tools, and then we add the workflow. We can specify the machine it would run on, or in this case, I'm going to hard code it to localhost. And then I can specify the properties that we want to pass through. So again, it's going to be the user, the title, and the body. With that set, I can save it in custom tools, and then generate my tool. Okay. So if I then browse to that location, you can see we've got ctools logticket.exe. If I open a command prompt and go to tools, let me just do that. And then I can run logticket user, do the same again, Dan, the title of the ticket, so maybe this one's locked account. And then we can say Dan has a locked account. If I run that, see we've run and completed. And if I minimize and refresh, we've got another ticket, locked account. So then we can take that executable and we can incorporate that into other applications. We could include it in a config manager deployment. We could include it in a task sequence. We could include it in a service management product.
So let me interrupt for
Yeah,
a second.
please do.
So do you see the gravity of what he just did? You're just dragging and dropping. It takes maybe a day to learn this workflow designer. Right? Compare it with how many years it takes to learn a programming language that would allow you to create an executable that can integrate with ServiceNow. Every one of you, with a little bit of investment, a day of your life, can become a programmer. This is not a trivial program. An executable that can create a ServiceNow ticket using the REST API, it's a fairly involved piece of code. And each one of you can do it. That is what it takes to get automation actually done without each one of you becoming a software company. A bank is really not, Walmart doesn't want their IT admin, they don't want to make software. That's not their business. So this tool enables all of you to express the logic that you already know, and now you've got a tool that you created without writing a line of code.
Excellent. So the third way that we can execute these is something quite neat. We can actually turn that workflow not into an executable, but into a PowerShell commandlet. So in here, we create a new PowerShell commandlet, and we give it a verb. So this one might be, for example, log. Name is ticket. Again, we specify the workflow and the 3 properties. Save that and publish it. And at this point, that PowerShell commandlet has been published and made available for execution from any client. So if I go to a client, okay, and I open up PowerShell. I can then do log -ticket, and again, specify the 3 input properties. So user Dan, title, title, I'll just put new ticket, and body, this is a new ticket. If I run that, refresh. And again, I've got a new ServiceNow ticket logged. So I've created a new PowerShell command without writing any PowerShell. So let me give you a practical application for this. And the example I'm going to use is a Windows 10 upgrade task sequence. So in SCCM, I have a upgrade task sequence. So it's just a standard Windows 10 upgrade task sequence. Doesn't do very much. Sets execution policy, retrieves the username of the logged on user, does the readiness assessment, and then I've added a step here where it would normally do the upgrade operating system step. And what we're going to do is we're going to simulate a failure of this operating system upgrade. So instead of running this, I'm running a command that says fail out here, and its command does not exist.exe. So we're going to generate a failure. Now on failure, we're going to fall back into this run actions on failure group, and we are going to, again, run PowerShell.exe, new ServiceNow incident, user, which is going to be the variable for the AD logged on user, the title, and the body. Okay, so if I go back to my client, Matrix 1, open up Software Center, go to Operating Systems, we got my Windows 10 upgrade, and then if I install on that, okay, task sequence starts, runs through its pre-flight checks. Okay, preparing for upgrade, and then it's failed out. So we're logging ServiceNow ticket, and we're throwing up an error to the user to say that the task sequence has failed. But if we go back to here and refresh, we've got Win 10 upgrade failed. If we go into view the details of that ticket, we can see that the Win 10 upgrade has failed on Matrix 1. And the user that's been assigned is not myself, it's Alex Richings, who's actually logged into this machine. Did you want to add anything to that?
Yeah. So these are fireworks, right? So this blows my mind. I've seen this a bunch of times. So what happened here, right? You guys, without writing a line of code, just through the logic that you already have in your mind, created an integration between an SCCM task sequence and ServiceNow. Let that sink in. That blows my mind. Those are fireworks. This is what it takes to get speed, scale, and repeatable success through automation. Instead of doing repetitive operational tasks, you could all become designers of these integrations. The PowerShell commandlet, those of you who are coders understand the extent of complexity and effort involved in actually authoring a commandlet. How many years did it take for the SCCM team at Microsoft to publish their commandlets? What you're doing here is you're not only publishing a PowerShell commandlet, you're distributing it to your entire environment, to every client machine, and enabling that machine instantly with that PowerShell commandlet. How much can you do with this? Every single aspect of your job that you don't like, that you feel is repetitive and uninteresting and can be automated, you can automate it. So these were the fireworks and the wall of fire. Can we go back to that for a second?
Getting lost in the matrix. There we go. Okay, so we're now at 82% complete. Just waiting on the last few.
So this is what you get with a combination of technologies that allow you to do infrastructure-less Windows deployment and to automate the heck out of it. This dashboard, again, you can write all the tooling you need, throw them into your task sequence, send out status, drag and drop. You got a dashboard that shows everything that you sent out. So with that, I think we are at the end of our demonstration.
Yep.
And we have 10 minutes or so. So in case there are any questions, both of us can take your questions.
Anybody? There's mics up here at the front if you want to come up and ask a question. Here we go.
We're bad people here, right? So we don't use SCCM. We use another endpoint management product, but we obviously do use MDT. Is there still an opportunity connections there with your tool?
So the answer is not today. This is a request we see. With a little bit of work, we can enable this. But as of now, no. We are a hardcore SCCM shop, and we integrate very deeply, almost seamlessly, with SCCM. So how many people here are coders? Like hardcore, I can write anything I want. No, nobody, not even one? Is there anyone who knows how to write PowerShell? Several people writing PowerShell. Have any of you guys ever written a commandlet? Okay. Is there anyone who wants to create tools? And if you could write code, you would, right? So guys, from the lack of questions, I'm just going to assume that we were so crystal clear that there aren't any questions.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. If you would like to get a demonstration of some of the things that we've showed you today or talk to people in more depth, please stop by our booth, 1925. You also can pick up an Adaptiva cape to be a superhero. And we appreciate you so much for taking the time this morning to join us. Thank you.
So if you want to talk to us later, we'll be available, and you can just stop by the booth.
So I'm going to be running between sessions. I'll drop by the booth afterwards. But
Yeah.